I understand why a book was slipped in with us. Shirahane-san? I'm sorry. I have something I need to do. Excuse me. I hear Rika calling out from behind me as I walk off, making way towards the master of Wuthering Heights, as though drawn to her. In my mind, I see the roster of students Sister Basket showed me when I became a library counsellor. I go through the list in order of a start, checking for a name I'd hoped for and crossing them off as I go. When you get to a final line of this list of names, I face a dormitory where a master of Wuthering Heights resides. The 9th missing book from the library. 3 of the books match my guess, which is precisely why I want to try this out. The remaining names of the list come to mind as I walk like a number of doors. Perhaps I'm reading into too much of a mere coincidence. Recording the alienation of my Amitiė partner is experiencing. I feel strongly I can't just let it end this way. I said I'd prove of innocence. My feet stop in front of a door with no number. I knock on the door and a voice so much younger than I'd imagine says, "Come in." The girl who liken themselves to Wuthering Heights. Wheels squeak. Well, well. It seems you finally found me. Even I've been so worked up. Now she's here in front of me. My resentment dissipates completely. What? You stare at me like I'm a zoo animal. Another squeak. This classmate is not even supposed to exist. Turns a wheelchair to me and looks at me with wide eyes as though I'm trying to figure out whether or not this mouse is even worth toying with. This girl. Her short hair and big eyes give her almost cat-like look. But more importantly, somehow it feels like we're similar. There's no loneliness around a girl in a wheelchair. Just like me. Her demeanour seems older, like she's given up on everything. It's like she's looking at my reflection, and any anger I had is now gone. And what remains is a sense of duty. So, what are you doing here? Did you come here to fight me? She asks, narrowing her cat-like eyes craftily. Overwhelmed, I shake my head. I wouldn't do something so barbaric. I just want one thing from you. You want me to help clear up that little misunderstanding with your friends? Yeah. I nod, surprised by her forward way of speaking. She gazed at me with mean, no, teasing eyes, expecting me from head to toe as if searching for a weakness. Sure. Huh? I'm saying I'll help you. From her demeanour, I hadn't expected her to accept. I pressed forward relatedly. But you have to play a game with me. She turns a mean cat face and raises her index finger. A game? We need to go explain what happened to everyone so they know, otherwise... Oh, it's a very simple game. It won't take long. I just want to find out if you found me intentionally, or through luck. The game. She puts her finger to her lips. Guess my name. Simple, right? The corners of her lips twist into a smirk as I reach my memory for a clue. Earlier, Sister Basket had showed me the class roster. No, the list had no record of a 24th person's name. The only thing I learned was not 23 students, but 24. And that's of no use. The books on Rika's bed are now a reason I'm here now. I take it as a step further and consider the 4 books that have been on the top of a pile. Wuthering Heights, The Gospel of Judas, Finding Your Family Crest, and The Life of Mary Magdalene. I can figure it out from these titles. Amongst these books, it was Wuthering Heights that brought me here, so that is where I'll start. What were she books she took from a library on Rika's bed in the first place? Perhaps they're hiding another secret. Just why did she put the box on Rika's bed? Now, the meaning of those books on the bed. The name of a girl in a wheelchair is hidden within one of them. My guess is right. The book which my name is hidden is the Gospel of Judas. And so, her name will be hidden in... Wuthering Heights? She had a name, so... a proper noun suitable for a name. What's the matter? You just came here from dumb luck. What a bore. Think hard and recall Heathcliff, the eventual main character of Wuthering Heights. Look straight at this girl who's taunting me. Your name is... Was that a right answer or a wrong answer? I tried once already and I got the wrong answer first try. Yeah. Bit of spoiler there. I went back and reloaded. That's why I was aware his names are pink. But she had to start with Wuthering Heights. I went with Wuthering Heights. And... no idea why Erica. I mean, I went with Catherine first try because... there's a character in Wuthering Heights called Catherine. It just felt more right to me. But Erica, who knows? You can say the party's in full swing. Everyone in class had gathered around the stars of a party under a gazebo. Let's have a small breath of the fact that the party hasn't come to an end yet. Let's hurry up before we eat our portion of the cake. I guess this is the right answer then. Pushes staring girl in the wheelchair along towards a lively gazebo. At once the crowd goes quiet. You're not looking at me, but a girl in a wheelchair. You're clearly brimming with curiosity, unable to keep it bottled up inside. Who is that, Suoh-chan? Ichigo, one of the stars of the party, asks. The girl in question gives her usual crafty cat-like smile. Well, I'm your new classmate, missy. Her tone is arrogant, but Ichigo doesn't seem to care and looks the new classmate up and down with great interest. Have you never seen a disabled person before or something? Even Ichigo realises there's a sensitive topic and sticks his tongue out to an apology. Then, new classmate? Well, I didn't hear anything about this. Rika, the host of a party, jumps in, a question aimed at more me than a girl. I wasn't intending to reveal myself for a while yet, but she narrows the large eyes and his glances at me. This one wanted me to help clear up a misunderstanding with her little friends, so I came even though I knew I'd stick out. Misunderstanding? Seems that people think the missing books have to do with a class present, so I've come here to declare myself as the culprit. The mood, which had been dangerously calm, now fills with tension at these words. What's going on, Shirahane-san? It's just as she says. The person who borrowed the books without permission, put them on your bed, is this girl, Yagaki. Yagaki's mouth curls up like a cat's as she nods with affirmation. So she's the one who did it. Ringo's voice echoes through a silent gazebo, sparking whispers from the class. Hey! Wait a minute! Why exactly did you put them on my bed? And how did Shirahane-san find out about it? Seems I was mistaken. Was the one who cracked my little code not the class president? She looks at me as I hold the grips of a wheelchair, and we now realise I haven't yet introduced myself. I'm Suoh Shirahane-san, the library counsellor. I apologise for not introducing myself sooner. Ah, never mind that. Where you met was a little odd anyway. But I figured it would be the top student in class at class present, who was smart enough to find the hidden clues in those books. What? Seems I was wrong. Rika's white skin turns red at the implication she is stupid. With a sideline glance at Rika, who's trembling with rage, Yuri is still holding a teacup. Yuri asks what's going on. Ichigo, sitting next to her, looks guiltily at having suspected Rika, and whispers to her. Looks like this is getting quite complicated. It's not complicated at all. What I want to know is, why on earth did you do it? The reason is simple. I didn't have a library card yet, but I wanted to borrow some books. Moved onto your bed? Well, look at his legs. Was it much trouble to put him any higher? That's so selfish. Being a stickler for rules, Rika probably wants to scold her, but she can't really do it, can she? Putting aside the fact she's in a wheelchair, there's something about this girl that begs protecting. She's got a sharp tongue, but somehow comes off as a naughty child. And who are you anyway? Huh? You were class president, your name. Have you not got a name? I'm Rika Hanabishi. With a hand on the hip, she enunciates her words clearly, like a teacher talking to an unruly student. The girl smiles. Rika, is it? I guess I should apologise to you then. Rika, since it seems it's your name that needed clearing. Rika, who making a fierce expression, turns and looks at me blankly. Since I thought this one here was the class president. I figured she wanted to clear her own name, but I would have thought she was doing it all for a friend. How sickeningly sweet. Shirahane-san. Wish you told me it was someone else. No, wouldn't have just waltzed here in like this. Rika falls silent, her cheeks flushed and scarlet. In her stead, Ichigo asks the girl why she'd come. Because Suoh Shirahane guessed my name correctly. Your name? What do you mean? Told you I hid clues in my books. It was kind of a game, so you could work it out who put them there. Wow, says Ichigo, her eyes glittering. The girl in the wheelchair, on the other hand, looks annoyed. Encouraged by Yuri, who's listening with great interest, I started to speak. We're missing books on Hanabishi-san's bed. There were 10 books, but only 9 of them came from a library. What do you mean? I mean, the one of the books belonged to Yagaki-san. I was wondering why a personal book would be mixed in. When something happened, the thing that led me to see it, I thought the answer to the riddle would be in that book. I took a sidelong glance at a girl who's watching the events unfold with a grin. The book on Hanabishi-san's bed were, from top, Wuthering Heights, The Gospel of Judas, and Finding Your Family Crest. There was her own book, The Life of Mary Magdalene. When certain happening made me look at things from another perspective, I discovered something. All I'm hearing is she reads a wide range of books. She says that with a giggle, earning her a warning glare. Some Rika thinks she's back from form. I wish on. I thought too she was just a book lover like me at first. But when I thought about the book she'd slipped in, that's when I realised it. If coincidences were to continue, she would have to add a book. What do you mean? I'd go to so much trouble. When I changed how I looked at it, it was a simple association game. You just have to look at what the totals I mentioned have in common. The totals realise that each concealed a flower. The whole class stumped by my words, many of them are love flowers. Seems they didn't know about it. Let's put Wuthering Heights aside from my family for now. Gospel of Judas, Finding Family Crest, and Remember Life of Mary Magdalene. My name is everyone in our room. As Suoh, my namesake flower is a sappanwood, also called a Judas tree. The tree where Judas, a disciple who betrayed Jesus, was hanged in legend. So I am a Gospel of Judas. It's not a particularly pleasant name. I don't want to think my father knew about this when he named me, though. Next is Finding a Family Crest, a book about crests. Name Hanabishi-san means poppy. It comes from the fact that the family crest looks like a poppy. Wow, this is, how does anybody guess that? Well, how did anybody guess that? I just did, but how does anybody know that? It's, mind-blowingly, obscure. I mean, I went with the top of the list mainly first. I mean, I went with Catherine because of Wuthering Heights initially, but, wow. But I just want to know what her name was, to be honest. Rika nods, seemingly convinced. Then she makes a bitter face. Perhaps because it's now clear that Yaegaki has only been pretending not to know the name. Then we have The Life of Mary Magdalene from Yuri-san. Yuri, or Lily in the Christian world, is revered as a Madonna lily of the Virgin Mother. Strictly speaking though, the Virgin Mother and Mary Magdalene are two different people, but at the Yaegaki, she's silently watching the events unfold. Finally, a book on the very top, Wuthering Heights. Based on language of flowers I had used to figure out the others, I thought I'd be able to introduce the name of a culprit from this one. There was no one in class with this name, so I led her to a 24th student, whose name was now among the other 23. I told her to reveal my name. As she smiles, I announced her name to everyone. Wuthering Heights is famous for its vengeful main character. His name is Heathcliff. Heath is a fine field where heather grows. The Japanese word for heather is erika. It is? Okay. So I was kind of right to think it was related to the name. But apparently it's Heathcliff, which makes a hell of a lot more sense than Catherine, I'm not sure is the main character. No. That name rings a bell for somewhere. It's related. But you'd have to tell me in the comments if I'm right or wrong on that one. But yeah, Erika. Her name is Erika Yaegaki. The room goes completely silent. With no jokes or whispered words, just silence. And out of the blue, both the Sasaki twins start clapping, huge smiles on their faces. Wow, amazing! We never had such entertainment at our birthday party before. Entertainment? Maybe I shouldn't call it that, but you really worked your brain hard to clear all this stuff, didn't you? That's why it's so amazing. I could never do such a thing myself. It's a big deal. At a tea party, I said Rika might have been possessed by the devil. I'm sorry, I judged you too soon. No, I'm sorry. The two of them bow their heads, making Rika flail her arms. The tension room dissolves with a previous harmonious mood returns. What nonsense. Don't say that. Well, guess we can call this case closed, right? Yes. I nod vaguely, looking at Yaegaki sulking in her wheelchair. When her eyes meet mine, she lets out a big sigh. Well, let's just say this whole thing was my mistake. I think she's cute, but she's got nothing. No, doesn't hold a candle on the other two. She moves her wheelchair over to Rika, to a word or two. But so many people are talking and I can't hear what she says. They seem okay. Rika's expression is strained, but I'm sure Yaegaki has gone to apologise. When she returns, Yaegaki's expression is not a usual defiant cat-like look, but more appropriate to her age. Push my wheelchair. I'm going back to my room. Okay. I shoot Mayuri a look as I get the handles of her wheelchair. I think I should get this new girl some cake. I'm filled with a feeling of joy as I look up the dim ceiling. Well guys, that's something I don't often do in games like this. Go back and retry if I don't like the result. I wanted to do it this time because I will be honest, I actually just wanted to know what her name was. But I'll try not to do it again. Well guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
光あふれた花園芽吹く新たなつぼみ淡い色を抱きしめていつか目覚